What is going on, family? How we doing? I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, and I hope everybody is ready to absolutely crush and dominate the market this week with my plays that we're going to be calling out every day, baby. Let's get right into it. First, just want to say I am not a financial advisor, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm here to teach a skill that I have mastered over the last 7 years, guys, that if applied correctly can change your life and get you to that financial freedom. If that sounds like a plan, smash that like, drop a comment below if you're ready to dominate and crush with our stocks that we calling out this week, baby. Let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing that I want to put on you guys, man, is first thing I want to put on y'all. Grab these 4 stocks. All right, these 4 stocks are gonna be your futures. All right, your indexes, the ones that are gonna be controlling the stocks that we're gonna be trading on the day to day. Right. So if you ever want to know, this is very important. If you ever want to know what your stock, the stocks that you know, like, and love, are going to be trading on a day-to-day basis, you have to be aware, and you have to look at these indexes and see what the indexes and the futures are doing on the day-to-day basis. So the first one that I want to put on you guys is, I want you guys to put on your watch list. I want you to put these 4 on your watch list, all right? And the first 4 that I got is going to be the SPX. All right, doesn't matter what brokerage account you use, it doesn't matter. Put these at the top of the forefront of your watch list, so that way you know what's going on with your individual stock. You know what I mean? So SPX. All right, this is the S&P 500 index, and then put NDX, which is the Nasdaq. NDX, put that one underneath, and then put the SPY, SPY, put that underneath it, and then put IWM, the Russell 2000, put that on your watch list as well. All right. Now your Nasdaq is going to be your blue chip stocks. That's going to be your blue chip stocks, your semiconductors. That's going to be all the big name stocks, right? The SPY, SPX, and the SPY is going to be, your other blue chip big tech stocks, Mag 7 names. Those are going to be under that. And then you're going to have your small cap stocks, the stocks that aren't big enough to get listed on the Nasdaq or the SPX. You're going to have those, which is run by the Russell 2000, which is going to be run by IWM. So IWM, SPX, SPY, and NDX, NASDAQ. It's very important, guys, that you keep these in the forefront of your watch list, so that way you know how your stocks are going to be operating on the day-to-day. And this is a very, very good indicator. Not always, but probably about 90% of the time. If SPY is down, your tech stocks are going to be down. If NASDAQ is up, NVIDIA, semiconductors, other big tech stocks are going to be up, right? If if the SPY or the Russell 2000, same thing. If those are up, small cap companies are going to be up. If, what I'm saying? Like, this is how it goes. So you want to be aware and make sure that you know and understand, what these indexes are doing on the day-to-day, because unless, like, there's some crazy news with a specific stock of some kind, that's the only way that it'll move differently from, whatever the index is that it's under, right? So just wanted to drop that on you guys, family. Very important that you guys are aware and are paying attention to what they are doing. All right, so first banger I got on the list is NVIDIA, guys. If NVIDIA can get above and hold 177, if NVIDIA can get above and hold 177, guys, this thing is going to push to 180, ultimately back to all-time highs, which is like 183, 184. Keep that on your watch list. That's going to be a banger. NVIDIA is going to start trickling and making its way up to that $200 level, guys. It's a psychological level. It's a big level. You know, they got hit pretty good on after earnings, and they crushed earnings. You know, Nvidia's like dominating the space right now with chip stocks. So, you know, it's only a matter of time until they break out over all-time highs and then eventually push to that $200 level. So keep this one on your watch list. This is going to be a banger coming up if it can get above and hold that 177, 178 level. Meta, if Meta can, it's the same levels, guys. Same levels. Not going to, you know, make it super complicated. It's not just, you know, just play the levels, guys. That's all we're doing. Meta is sitting at 776 at the time of this video. As long as it continues to hold 775, 776, it's going to go right back to 780, and then ultimately 785, 790, and then this thing is going to be pushing that to that $800 psychological level as well. All right. If it starts to fall below 775, 776, it's going to come down to support at 773, 770. Under 770, this thing could be a easy short down to 765, ultimately 760. All right. Another one I want to put on you guys is Netflix. All right. Netflix is bubbling up, guys. Netflix is bubbling up. It looks strong. It's holding the 1220 support. It's holding the 1220 support. If it can continue to hold 1220, I see this thing's pushing right to 1230, 1235, ultimately back up to 1240, 1250, right? But we take it one level at a time, all right? One level at a time, one day at a time, one trade at a time. Below 1220, again, right to 1210, 1208, 1207, and then under 1200 is where the good opportunity comes in for a nice short. So a nice short opportunity from under 1200 is to 1285. I'm sorry, 1185. So under 1200, boom, short this thing right down to 1185. It's going to happen quick. This thing, you know, that's a big level, that 1200. If it continues to hold 1220 though, I see this thing pushing right to 1240, eventually up to 1260, and then, you know, eventually all-time highs. So don't overcomplicate it. I would say wait, because it's trading in between a range right now at 1226. I would say wait either for the retest of 1220 or wait for the breakout above 1230. All right, above 1230, this thing can move to 1235 quick, but ultimately it wants to go back to that 1240, 1250, 1260 level. But we'll tap more about that when it hits it, you know, but this is a good one to dominate, get in and out. Now, I talked about this on Friday. I literally don't know how Tesla didn't move up to that 440 level on Friday. This thing was holding above. It had a nice push, but ultimately got stopped out. Didn't really do shit on the day on Friday. I see this thing pushing to 440, guys. I'm not even gonna hold you. I see this thing pushing to 440. You know, it's holding that support level of 424, 423. I see this thing pushing up and getting that 440 price target out of the way. Above 440, it's going to 460. So keep that on your watch list. Be smart, be diligent. Wait for the reaction of the levels, guys. Remember this. Remember, man. I'm going to keep drilling it into you until this shit clicks for you, until you're like, oh, shit, he's right. Okay, wait, react, right? React to the levels. That's all we're doing. Smart, calculated risk, guys. That's what we're doing around here, all right? So above 423, 424, boom, right to 440, 460, all right? So those are going to be the ranges for the upside. Below 423, same play to the downside, 411. Under 411 is a good short opportunity, right to 394. So keep that on your watch list. Good opportunity there. Palantir is sitting at 182. Same plays, guys. Same plays, same levels. Just keep dominating them. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, guys. This is why we're going to make so much money. This is why we are going to keep crushing it on the day-to-day, every single day, because this is all these stocks do all day long, every fucking day, guys. I'm sorry, my language is bad. But this is all they do. They bounce up and down between levels. They hit a level, they bounce up, touch the other level, bounce back, touch the other level. You know, if it breaks below, you know, it goes to the next level. If it breaks above, it goes to the next level. I mean, it's very, very simple once you get the hang of this, guys. And this is what I'm trying to teach, is that it's all the same levels. It's all the same levels. You know, you could just keep dominating the levels. Like, once it comes down to support and it holds support, buy a call, ride it back up to the resistance. If it's at resistance and it gets rejected, boom, you buy puts, you ride it right back down to support. If it starts to break over resistance, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you the targets, you know? Like, if it starts to break over resistance, boom, you ride it to the next resistance level. If it breaks, you know, below support, boom, you ride it to the next support level. I mean, this is how we're doing it, you know? So it's the same levels, guys. Above 180 on Palantir, this thing is looking like a beast. It's probably going to run back to all-time highs. Well, all-time highs is 189. Above 189, I see 195, and then ultimately that psychological $200 level, guys. All right. Apple is looking like a savage right now. It's sitting at 245. If it continues to hold 245, I think 250 is in play, guys. I really do. I think 250 is in play, and then above 250, we got 252, and then 255. So if it continues to hold 245, 250, you know, you buy calls to 250. If it starts to break below 245, I mean, this is kind of tight here. I would say I would like a retest to 240. A retest to 240 to see what it's going to do there. Wait on Apple unless it, you know, gaps up and is at 250 by market open. Then you take it and you react to the 250 level. You know, if it starts to break above, it starts to, you know, gain more momentum. Boom, you ride it back up to 1255. But if it starts to, you know, struggle at 250, starts to get rejected, boom, you ride it right down to 245, 240. You know what I mean? So 240 to the downside, 250, 255 to the upside. All right. Microsoft closed up nice on the day. 517, guys. I've been calling this level out since last week on Microsoft. I said if it continues to hold that 510 level, that it was going to go to 515, 517, ultimately that 520 level. That 520 level is in play, guys. I would wait for a retest of either 515 or a retest of 512. And then, you know, see what it does at that level. If it starts to hold it, buyers start to step in there. Boom, you get in, you ride this thing right back to 517, 518. Ultimately, that 520 level is where it wants to go. Above 520, guys, this thing's got room to 526. If it starts to break below 517, boom, you ride it right back down to 510. If it starts to break below 510, you already know, 505, 500. All right, very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. I'm gonna put this one on your guys' radar for this week. Is CoreWeave. Ticker symbol CRWV. CoreWeave is looking like a monster right now. It looks like it wants to break out. This is a new one I'm gonna put on your guys' radar. Above 125, guys, this thing is cooking. It is currently sitting at 124.80. Above 125, guys, it is a hammer. I would have definitely get some time on these contracts. Definitely go out till probably, you could probably go out mid-October, but I would probably go, honestly, more towards mid-November. Go towards mid-November on this play. This is a printer. It is going to print. There's pretty much nothing from 125 up to 140, 143. All right, guys, so this is a very, very illiquid zone above 125. This thing can start cooking and it can get there fast. All right, so keep this on your watch list. This thing looks like a beast right now. It's looking like it wants to break out. Above 125, remember, above 125, you buy a call, put it out a month and a half, 2 months out, and then put your stop loss under that 124 level. So if it starts to break under 124, boom, it's going to kick you out, you know, very minimal loss. All right. If it retests, I would like to see it retest 123. Actually, I would like to see it retest 123. If it retests 123 and it continues to hold, I would wait for that test of 125, guys. Once this thing gets over 125, I'm telling you, this thing is going to jump, and it's going to jump quick. Probably not in one day, but at least a couple weeks. Within a couple of weeks, guys, I'm telling you right now, keep this video on your playlist, because I'm going to tell you to go back and watch this video again, because once it starts to break above 125, guys, it's going to go to 140, and it's going to go quick. Maybe not the same day, maybe not a couple days. It might take a week or 2 weeks, a couple weeks, few weeks. Might take some time, which is why I said have time on these contracts. But this is a printer, guys. This is setting up right now. It's looking real nice. Above 125, I would grab the 130 calls, 135 calls. They're probably about $700, $500 right now. But this thing is gonna double, triple your money. I'm telling you right now. So keep this on your radar. If it starts to fall below 120 and can't hold that 120 level, it's done. Don't touch it. Wait for it to get back up to that 125 and for that 125 breakout. All right. Just wanted to put these on your watch list tomorrow, guys. Let's get busy with tomorrow. Let's dominate. Let's crush our levels. Remember. Keep those indexes at the forefront of your watch list. Be aware. Understand where your levels are, where you're getting in at, where you're getting out at. Have a structured trading plan, guys. Have a structured trading plan. Get in and out on your plays. Make your money. See profit, take profit. You know, manage your risk. Use a stop loss. Go back and watch my other video. If you need a lesson on how to use a stop loss, it's right there for you. I love you guys. Have a good day. I appreciate y'all, man. And till tomorrow.